This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
You're watching NDTV Hindu. This Saturday morning, we bring you a brand new edition of our special consumer rights show, Bill of Rights, with me, Cuckoo Alex. My colleague Bertla and I continue to bring you reports, stories and discussions that help you understand and exercise your rights as a consumer. Here are this week's stories. We get you two stories on how much difference can be made if one is knowledgeable as a consumer. A city resident who found that he was being cleaned out of the very washing powder he bought, and another customer who found worms in the drinking water that the family bought. We tell you how they got justice. We also tell you how it's necessary to be fair in your demands as a consumer as well. One man learned a lesson the hard way, how not to make frivolous claims. And finally, ahead of Valentine's Day, we tell you how you can keep from falling prey to the love virus. What are we talking about? Find out on today's Bill of Rights. How much do you, as a consumer, know anything about the quality or quantity of the product you buy? Do you take any effort to check either? If you don't, how will you know if you're being cheated or not? Take the case of this consumer who found that the washing powder he bought was not of the quantity it professed to be having.
Elumalai, a resident of Royapuram, went to a local department store in his area and bought his monthly supplies as usual. Unlike every day, Elumalai decided to check the weight of the washing powder packets he purchased. To his shock, each packet weighed 20 to 50 grams less than what the packet says. That was enough for him to head to the consumer court.
Consumer Forum held that the opposite party committed deficiency in service by printing the 200 grams on the packets, but only 177 grams inside. Hence, it awarded to the complainant a sum of rupees 50,000 towards the compensation and a sum of rupees 5,000 towards the cost towards the litigate charges.
The washing powder was then taken to the labor inspector's office to do a quality check.
There was also a specific direction that they should mention in the cover packet that what was the ingredients contained in the cover. When such ingredients has not been mentioned or it has been less packed what it has been mentioned, that amounts to deficiency in service. Yeah, when we have any doubt with regarding to weights and measures or the content, then we can take it for a test through the certified laboratories. So if it is getting certificate that it has not been specified as it is mentioned in the cover, we can approach the consumer forum.
Promising high quality has become a marketing tool for most manufacturing companies. With an ill-equipped, sparingly used government department to check such issues, who really is to blame? The onus of cleanup lies here with the consumer. In Chennai, Bertila, NDTV Hindu.
A consumer activist joined us and he discusses the various dimensions of this situation. Let's start off with a discussion about this issue which many of us probably go through but we don't even know about it, because when we buy a branded product especially, we fully trust that the quantity would be right, the quality would be up to mark.
Definitely this is a normally every consumer expect to do so, but as far as quantity is concerned, every shop, in fact especially the departmental store and everyone, they are supposed to have a certified weighing balance or a machine, so that the consumer and the spot itself before going out, he can check the weight and he can make a complaint to the shop owner or whoever it may be. If he doesn't, if he is not going to respond to you that I am not responsible, the packet is from somewhere, the manufacturer is away from that, I can't help it, then you take up the issue with the department. We have got a specified law, especially for weights and measures and packaged commodities rules. This very clearly says that whatever that is given on the label, whether it's the name of the product or the ingredients or the net weight, everything has to be up to that, what is claimed on the label. If it is not so, then you go to the department and make a complaint. And he can, as he said in this case, he can certify it through the laboratory or in a certified agency, because they themselves will have the certified balance, weights and all that. They are the certifying authority. Even if you go to any street vendor, if you are going to some fruits and which may be being sold for 60 rupees per kilo in a department store, he may be selling it for 50 rupees or 40 rupees, but he may have a lesser weight.
Yes.
The weight may not have been a certified one. So, they are supposed to have a certified weight. If you have got any doubt, you can check the weight also, but we do not have the courage, we do not have the time sometimes, we do not question them, we accept it. Even if you ask that fellow, he will say that, sir, 40 rupees you will get only that amount.
Yes,
if you
very true.
That is the normal practice. So, unless the consumer is aware, the consumer is bold enough to question, then we will be at loss. The law is very clear. The only thing is you should have the patience to check the everything. Of course, the quality may not be able to check there itself. Then you may need to
Exactly.
get. Suppose if you have opened it,
Yes, that's another
then
good thing.
another question, because
Yes.
you may not be able to prove it.
Yes.
He may claim that you have added
done
something,
it.
or you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then in that case, immediately you go to the shop and get a similar packet of the same batch. So that will make you quite safe. If you are able to get, suppose you have already purchased 2 or 3 packets, then one is opened, you find something deficient, means then you take the other packet of the same batch and get to the laboratory and get a certificate for that, whatever deficiency, whether it's quality, quantity, whatever it may be, then you can proceed to the court. I think in this case, the gentleman, the lady has won the case, and say very well, it's a good example. That should be the spirit for everyone. That is what we want to expect. As a consumer association, we recommend, we suggest people, we conduct several awareness programs and seminars and all that, to make yourself an informed consumer, and you have got certain rights and duties and responsibilities also. Don't ignore it. So, after all
Yes.
20 grams, don't bother much. It is this attitude that makes all the consumers.
The chalta hai
Chalta hai
attitude.
Yes, definitely.
But if you see, what kind of checklist should we keep in mind, especially while buying branded products? Because the reason we buy them is because we are sure of the quality and the quantity of the product. But in such cases also, what should we keep in mind while buying them?
See, maybe it's a branded product of a MNC or a local firm, whoever it may be. There are certain things when, as far as the label is concerned, they are supposed to give certain details. If suppose you are going and purchasing some imported product, some imported biscuit or chocolate, whatever it may be, then you have to look for who is the importer. But suppose a product is from Sri Lanka or Bangladesh, even it by nearby states, you cannot go and file a case in Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. So, there must be an importer in our country. So, you should check for that. Without that, there is no point in going and getting that product, and if you find anything some deficient, you can't go file a case also. So, when an imported product is purchased, then you have to look for the importer's name and address. You can reject it on the spot, saying that I can't do anything if I find anything something less or some less quality, then there should be the spirit. So, you have to look for the details. First of all, the name of the product, because we mostly go for only brand names, not by the product. Even in the bottle of water, what you buy is, it is not, some people think that it's mineral water. It's not mineral water, it's only a packaged drinking water.
Time for a quick break on Bill of Rights, but on the other side, what would you do if you find that the water you've been drinking may have been unfit for consumption for quite a while? Find out on the other side.